Once upon a time, there lived a very rich king whose name was Midas. This king was very fond of gold. He loved it more than anything in the world. King Midas had a little daughter named Marigold. When Marigold picked buttercups and dandelions, he used to say, "If these flowers were as golden as they look, I would pick them." One day, King Midas was in his treasure room, counting his treasure. He looked up and saw a stranger in the room. "You're a rich man, friend Midas," said the stranger. "Yes, I have some gold," answered Midas, "but it's not enough." "What?" cried the stranger. "Are you not happy?" Midas shook his head. "What would make you happy? What do you wish?" King Midas thought and thought. At last he looked at the stranger and said, "I wish that everything I touch may turn to gold." "Are you sure you would be happy then?" "Oh yes," answered Midas. "I would ask for nothing more." "It shall be as you wish," said the stranger. "Tomorrow at sunrise you shall have the golden touch." And when the sun peeped into the room, King Midas jumped out of bed. He touched a chair. It turned to gold. He touched the bed and the table, and they were changed to solid shining gold. He dressed himself, and all his clothes were gold. Then King Midas went into his garden. "Now," he thought, "I can have the most beautiful garden in the world." So he touched all the leaves and flowers, and they became shining gold. When the king had done this, he was hungry, so he went to the palace for his breakfast. He tried to drink some water. When he touched it to his lips, it turned into gold. He touched the fish on his plate. It became a pretty goldfish, and he could not eat it. He took an egg. That too turned into gold. Just then, Marigold ran to her father and put her arms around his neck. "Good morning, dear father," she said. The king kissed his little daughter. "Oh, my dear Marigold," he cried. But Marigold did not answer. Alas, what had he done? His dear daughter, his sweet little Marigold, was changed to gold by his kiss. King Midas began to cry. Now at last he did not care for gold. His little daughter was dearer to him than all the gold in the world. "How can I live without my dear Marigold?" he thought. "I would give all my money if my little girl could come back to me." Then the stranger came again. "Well, friend Midas," he said, "how do you like the golden touch?" "I'm very unhappy," said Midas. "I know now that gold is not everything." "Let us see," said the stranger. "Which do you think is worth more, the golden touch or a cup of water?" "Oh, a cup of water," cried the king. "The golden touch or a crust of bread?" "Give me that crust of bread," answered the king. "The golden touch or your dear little Marigold?" "Oh, my child, my dear child," cried Midas. "She is worth more than all the gold in the world." "Go then to the river at the foot of your garden," said the stranger. "The water in the river will take away the golden touch. Fill this pitcher with water and sprinkle everything you have touched." King Midas ran through the garden and jumped into the river. Then he filled the pitcher and ran back to the palace. He sprinkled the water over the golden child, and she became his own little laughing, dancing Marigold once more. Thank you so much for watching and listening. Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up and make that red subscribe button turn gray. See you next time.